Moons of Altimore, a space audio adventure, Episode 2, The Necropolis. The giant gas planet Altimore anchors hundreds of moons and their people. One small moon, Tio, is home to the crew of the Gratis. From their base at Knifeblade Ridge, they plan their next move. Their task is to prevent the Gratian Empire from acquiring powerful alien technology of a long-gone civilization that once inhabited the moons. The ancient alien language has recently begun to be deciphered, and only a handful of individuals can attempt to read it. Adventures Unbound on the Moons of Altimore.
We've been here a week. Are we gonna make any movements?
Well, good morning to you too, Brinks. Would you like some breakfast? Here, have an Ichang Suma orange.
Thanks. Sorry for all the antsiness. I'm just not used to all this downtime. I gotta get used to this life as a non-bound hand. Good morning, Linus. Sar. Brit.
No worries, we're just waiting ourselves. Can't act without any intel, you know. We're just waiting for Grenwich and Rosalee to get back. They went down the road to Jareth the Mara Herder's house. He has an F-Sulk, and we've been waiting to be in a good position to receive a signal from his brother on the moon of Kelm. We don't have access to a terrestrial satellite receiver, so an F-Sulk is the most efficient and cheapest communication device available. Gratian Empire has a small outpost there, which he monitors closely for us, so he'd know of any news.
Right. F-Sulk?
Free space optical laser communicator.
I must have been asleep in the class for that one in the officers' corps.
F-Sulks utilizes light to transmit data wirelessly through space.
It's like radio, but with lasers.
Yeah. Of course.
Did you get a chance to check the mercury lines on the Gratis?
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed okay to me. It didn't need anything added. There were no punctures, or damage to the bitter coils either, so the anti-gravity engine should be just fine. Although my expertise isn't in that sort of thing, so you'll probably want Grenwich to come double-check me.
Probably a good idea. I'm just as useless when it comes to anti-gravity propulsion. I just know how to find leaks. That engineering mumbo-jumbo leaves me cross-eyed.
I know what you mean. Where do you get your mercury from anyways?
Usually from one of the supply shops in Dresden, but we try to keep a couple barrels of it on hand for emergency replenishment. It's one of our more pricey expenditures, but if we didn't and got a leak, well, I'd hate to find ourselves stranded on a moon, or worse, in space.
Been there before. So this outpost on Kelm, what can you tell me about it?
I can tell you it's small.
Welcome back, Grenwich. So, any activity?
Nothing. Still blacked out. Kelm is behind Altimore, so no direct line to Kelm to receive or send F-Sulk transmissions.
We were able to get some fresh Mara meat, though. Huh. Bound hands like meat, right, Brinks?
Oh, yeah. Love it. As a kid, I ate it all the time. My uncle practically force-fed us meat every night.
I bet he did.
What's so funny?
Never mind. Brit, Sar, go butcher this Mara out back and put it in the meat locker on board the Gratis.
On it.
Anyways, so what's with Kelm? I'll admit I'm not the most savvy when it comes to moonology.
Kelm is an archaeological outpost for the Gracian Empire. Earlier this year, some kid stumbled upon the remains of an alien city there. Or should I say a building. So the Gracian Empire has interest in finding more writings or technology. Anything to help them decipher more text, really. Everyone else just likes the notoriety that comes with finding alien stuff. But the Gracians are onto the information behind the text.
I thought they never found anything in that building.
They didn't, but I think they are hoping to unearth more buildings.
So Kelm just lets them do it?
Kelm gets access to the Gratian mercury mines. They'd be fools not to take that deal. Pretty much everyone's ship uses mercury engines.
That makes sense. So your plan is to go intercept or raid what the Gratians find then?
That's the plan.
Just seems a little bit passive to me.
Passive? I suppose you'd have a better idea, Brinks?
Well, I was looking through Captain Freeland's logbook, and it explained about the text that was found that helped them decipher some words or something. So if the key is to find more text to find some old alien weapons, why don't we just go find our own text and decipher it? Try to beat them to the weapons.
That actually isn't a bad idea.
I think we can all agree that the Gratians getting their hands on more power would be a very bad thing. I know they would use it to bully and terrorize other moons and territories.
At the very least.
Hello? None of us can read those scripts. Only a few people can even attempt to. The difficulty of translating words in that alien language is... well, we might as well just invent faster than light travel.
True, we can't read it. Who's to say we can't find one of those archaeologists who can? Besides, if we can find any pieces of writing before the Gratians can, we won't have to risk our lives raiding their ships and bases.
Fresh mountain air.
Brinks, that's a brilliant plan.
Don't worry, Rosalee. How hard can it be anyways? After all, we already can go about 1% of the speed of light on our fastest ships. What's another 99% of the way?
We still need a site to actually raid.
Got you covered. Have any of you ever heard of the Necropolis?
Huh?
I don't think we have, no.
I forgot you guys aren't from around here originally. The Necropolis is a crumbling fortress about 35 miles north of here. It was an alien city, and one of the first ones discovered back in the day. People around here are afraid of it, though, because they believed it was a city used to bury the dead of the previous civilization. Full of stone tombs, I guess. We used to play around it as kids, even went inside it once. But it's falling apart. Very dangerous. One wrong step, splat.
Well, what could we find there that hasn't already been found by everyone else who knows about it?
You'd think it would have been picked clean long ago, but I suspect it hasn't been thoroughly explored. How far would you go into a city of the dead? Besides, I never found much from it from what I was told. Just the stone coffins all throughout it. No treasures, no writings, no technology.
So why even bother going there if there isn't anything to find?
Because of this necklace. My friend found it one day when we were playing hide and seek in the city as kids. It's small. See this little tiny line and 2 dots?
Looks like it's been cut off.
Yeah. Just a shard, really.
Did you find any more?
No. I never went back in there.
Why not? You guys could have been rich or famous, maybe both. It's rare to find a trace of alien civilization aside from the city remains.
My friend died in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She found the piece, and boys being boys, I wanted to see it, but she wouldn't let me. So we wrestled for it. I ended up getting it from her, and she chased me throughout the city a little ways before stepping too close to the edge of a walkway. Fell in the center.
That's awful.
Yeah. I never went back there after the funeral. We were forbidden from playing in there again. But that was a long time ago. If this shard was deep in there, chances are there is something else in there even deeper.
Do you think you remember where you guys found it?
Kind of. It's been a long time, but I bet we can dig deeper in there than some fame seekers and treasure hunters looking for some quick find. You can't fake bravery.
True. So let's go to the Necropolis.
Now.
Why not? What else are we gonna do today? Do you know how to get there from here?
I do.
Great. Then I'll once over the ship.
Ha! What gear do we need? I'm sure we got it.
Brinks?
Let's see. It's been a while since I've been there. How is everyone at swimming?
I told them we were in blackout and couldn't transmit or receive.
Good. What is their next activity?
I'm not sure. They look like they are getting ready to move, though. It looks like they are loading up their ship.
Follow them and report back. It is imperative that any found is under our control.
Understood.
The crew of the Gratis approaches slowly to a crumbling stone facade hidden between rocky mountains. Like a massive dark cathedral, the alien architecture looms over a small plain nestled in a valley. Overhead, several moons of Altimore hang visibly in the sky as the crew talks about disembarking.
There it is, the alien Necropolis.
Wow, that is bigger than I thought it would be. How could we have missed that?
It's easy to miss it when you're tucked in a ridgeline. 100 yards out. Prepare for touchdown.
Ready.
Okay, everyone, here are your packs. Complete with lights, plasma knives, ropes, plasma pistols, and water lung breathers. I'll stay behind with Briton and Soran in the ship, but stay in communication with me if you need help. We'll come with backup, but with my bad hip, it might take me a while, so try not to get in too much trouble.
We got it, Linus. Make sure to clear flush the face mask to ensure a tight seal before breathing underwater.
Okay, let's go.
Sure dark in here.
Just keep your lights forward. Make sure not to stray too far from the center. In some places there are some real steep drop-offs, but who knows what below.
What was that?
Keep the weapons down. It's just a cave glider. The light probably disturbed it. Besides, if you shoot in here, it might send a wall crashing onto us.
Noted.
Need to clean your britches, Grenwich?
Well, it's scarier in the front, Rosalee.
Want to trade places?
No. That's okay.
This way. I remember we used to play down this corridor. It leads to a big room near the center of this place.
Whoa. This place is kind of creepy. It's so musty and dank in here. And what's with all these little rocks?
I think the musty and dankness is what kept bringing us back. It's fun to be scared. At least when you're younger and don't know any better. Kids would throw rocks down the halls to flush out any boogeymen.
Seems like a logical and legitimate process to me.
Seriously, Grenwich?
Ugh. Here it is, the central room.
Amazing. Are those the stone tombs all around in the walls?
Yeah, or whatever they are.
Fascinating. They are so smooth and empty. There is nothing in these at all. I've never actually been in an alien building before.
Careful, Grenwich. I got you. You don't want to rein in that enthusiasm a little.
Thank you, Brinks. That was close. I guess I got a little overzealous.
What's down that hole?
Not too sure. This is similar to the hole my friend fell down years ago. They're all over.
What's the rock for, Rosalee? Going to test for boogeymen?
Listen for the bottom.
I don't hear anything.
Me neither.
Brinks, where exactly did your friend find that shard on the necklace?
It's a ways still. Let's keep going. It's down a few stories. This place is huge.
Alright, pay attention, kids. Now you want to make sure when refilling plasma cartridges that you tighten the intake gaskets. Otherwise, the gas will leak out. Good, Brit. Sar, how's yours coming?
I've done 2 already.
Not bad. It is imperative you always have
Linus,
these.
are you there? This is Brinks. Over.
Read clear, Brinks. What's up?
Verification needed on these water lungs. What's the clarity of the water they're rated for?
Let's see. The boxes say 3, but you maybe okay up to 4. Is everything going okay?
Thanks. Yeah. Looks like we're going swimming. Out.
3 or 4? Ugh. This water is so murky it probably needs something with at least a 5 rating.
Isn't that the responsibility of the payload commander to have all the right gear?
Give you a rating of 2.
Easy, you two. Hold off before jumping in. I want to scan this for toxins and such. I don't think it would be wise to jump in a lake in the middle of an abandoned building without more information. Good thing I brought the handheld analyzer. Rosalee, take this sensor and put in the water, please. Don't touch the water with your hands, though.
Let's try not to. Okay, sensors in.
How long will this process take?
Depends on how contaminated the water is. It could take a few seconds, could take up to a minute. Thanks, Rosalee. I got what I needed. Now we just wait for it to analyze the sample.
I guess we can suit up while we wait.
Analysis complete.
That was quick. What'd it say?
Ugh. Well, it's not skin-eating acid, but let's just say don't swallow the water.
Too bad. I was getting pretty thirsty. Okay, let's go diving. Remember to clear your mask once underwater. Look for anything artifacty. Communication channel 3.
Artifacty? Great direction.
Stability only 2 feet. Use your hands to feel your sides. Try not to stir up too much sediment.
Just finding rocks over here. Grenwich. What exactly do you think we're swimming in?
Hard to say. Based on the readout and context. Seems to have a lot of fingerprints of sensible.
Are you shitting me?
I think that's exactly what he's doing, Rosalee.
I'm gonna need a 3-day shower after this.
Guys, I think I found something.
What do you got?
Hard to say. Some sort of rock, maybe. I'm going back to the bank to get a better look.
We'll join you. Unless Rosalee wants to swim longer.
Already headed back.
The team emerges back on the bank, dripping with water and stink. Grenwich wipes off a 13-inch squared rod to get a better look at the intricate metal and glass design running through the length of the object.
What do you think it is? Looks to me like some sort of dowel.
Huh. I don't know. Heavy for its size. Maybe 7 pounds?
Look, on one end it has a small alien hieroglyphic.
Oh, you're right. Look there are more along this edge. This is weird. We'll need to bring it back to get a better idea.
I bet this baby's worth a fortune.
Probably, but not part of the objective. Linus, we found an artifact. Headed back.
Roger.
Hold it right there. I'll take that if you don't mind.
Sheriff, what?
Sheriff, what are you doing here?
I see you've done some diving and found an object. Hand it over, please.
I don't think so. I don't know what you're up to, Jareth, but I suggest that you get out of our way.
Guys, you might want to lower your weapons. He has a plasma grenade.
Very astute. You wouldn't want to shoot me and have me drop this.
Don't give it to him, Grenwich.
Tisk tisk, Grenwich. You aren't going to take orders from a bound hand, are you?
How did you know that?
Well, government puts up wanted posters pretty fast when they have someone go off reservation. Come to think of it, why not hand over the bound hand and the rod? Nothing like also turning in a fugitive and getting a fat reward.
How about we just keep both me and the rod?
Here, just take the rod and go.
Much obliged. Well, on second thought, I guess rewards are overrated. No sense in drawing attention to myself anyways. Keep the bound hand. You guys just count to 500 before you leave.
1, 2, 3.
No, Brinks. Brinks, that was an amazing shot.
#1 shot of my officer's class.
What about the plasma grenade? You could have blown us away with a stunt like that.
He didn't have it armed. Let's move.
How did you know it wasn't armed?
You gotta look for the blue indicator light reflecting off the skin of his hand. It wasn't reflecting, so it wasn't armed. Look away if you're squeamish. Looks like he's crushed. Here. Looks like we also got a plasma grenade. Good. It didn't damage the rod.
Can you believe this guy trying to jack us like that just to get some money?
I don't think he was trying to get money.
How do you know that?
He wouldn't have worried about the bounty on me if he was going to sell this artifact. It's easily worth 100 times what a reward for turning in a bound hand would be. Why even bother? Plus, he said he didn't want to draw attention to himself. I think he's working for someone else.
That would mean...
Yep. Probably being tracked.
By who?
Not sure. But I don't think it's safe to stay at Knifeblade Ridge anymore. Come on, let's get out of here. We should talk about necessary preparations with everyone else.